337 million Pi tokens are flooding the market right now in July 2025, and if you're holding Pi, this could either destroy your investment or make you rich. I know you're losing hope. I see our community giving up, searches dropping, and frankly, I've been questioning everything too. But what I discovered in the last 48 hours changes everything. Pi Network just hit 13 million active mainnet users with over 7,900 live applications and a $100 million venture fund, while the price sits at a dangerous 47 cents. This isn't another hopium video. This is the brutal truth about whether Pi survives this massive token unlock or dies trying. Follow my Telegram and Facebook links in the description because what I'm about to reveal won't be talked about anywhere else. But here's why I'm making this video and why you need to follow my Telegram and Facebook page links in the description. Because what I'm about to share isn't the usual recycled news you've been hearing. This is the inside scoop on what's really happening behind the scenes, and honestly, it's got me both terrified and excited at the same time. Alright, let's get real for a minute. Remember when Pi Network launched its open network mainnet back in February 2025? We all thought that was it, we'd finally made it. But here we are 5 months later, and instead of celebrating, we're dealing with what feels like the biggest test Pi has ever faced. I've been digging into the numbers, and here's what's keeping me up at night. This July token unlock isn't just big, it's massive. We're talking about 337 million Pi tokens hitting the market right now. To put that in perspective, that's enough to completely change the game overnight. And if I'm being honest, the first thing that went through my mind was, oh no, here we go again. But then I started looking deeper, and this is where things get interesting. While everyone's panicking about the token unlock, something incredible has been happening in the background. We now have over 13 million active users who successfully made the jump to mainnet. That's not just a number. That's 13 million real people who believed in Pi enough to complete the migration process. And get this, the ecosystem is exploding. We've got over 7,900 AI-powered applications that our community has built. 7,000. When I first started mining Pi years ago, I could barely imagine 10 apps, let alone thousands. The core team just announced a $100 million Pi Network Ventures Fund specifically for supporting developers. Does that sound like a project that's giving up? Now, I won't lie to you about the challenges. The price has been brutal lately. We're hovering around 47 cents to 49 cents, which is a far cry from where we hoped we'd be. The market cap dropped from over $7.6 billion to around $3.59 billion. Those are real numbers, and they hurt to look at. But here's what's really bothering me about the token distribution. Most of our Pi is still concentrated in just a handful of wallets. That means when those big holders decide to sell, the rest of us feel it immediately. It's like being in a boat where one person controls the steering wheel, and frankly, that makes me nervous. The trading volume has been all over the place too. One day we're seeing massive spikes, the next day it's crickets. Some market analysts are warning that this token unlock could push Pi as low as 36 cents. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially for those of us who've been holding since the early days. But here's what I think nobody else is talking about. The Pi team extended the KYC and mainnet migration deadlines to January 31st, 2025, and I don't think that was just about giving people more time. I think they were preparing for exactly this moment. They wanted as many pioneers as possible to be part of the mainnet before the real test began. And you know what? We've got more than 25 decentralized applications already live and running on the blockchain. These aren't just placeholder projects. They're functional, community-driven apps that people are interacting with daily. From social platforms to utility tools, the ecosystem is starting to take shape in a meaningful way. One standout example is the Pi domain name auctions, where pioneers are actively bidding, buying, and trading digital identities tied to the Pi ecosystem. It's a small but powerful sign that digital ownership and value exchange are already happening. Then there's the PiFest shopping marketplace, which is quietly gaining real traction. Vendors are listing actual goods and services, and pioneers are spending their Pi to make real-world purchases. It's not just theoretical anymore. People are using Pi like real currency. This kind of organic utility is exactly what the network needs to build trust and momentum. It shows that beneath all the noise, a functional economy is slowly emerging, and while it may not be grabbing headlines yet, it's laying the groundwork for something much bigger. So here's my honest take on where we stand. We're at one of those moments that will define Pi Network's entire future. Either we prove that all these years of building and believing were worth it, or we learn a very expensive lesson about the difference between hype and reality. The truth is, I'm scared about this token unlock. It feels like we're standing on the edge of something massive, and no one knows for sure which way it's going to go. The uncertainty is real. Years of mining, waiting, and hoping are now coming up against a moment that could either validate everything or unravel it. For a lot of pioneers, this is the most pressure we've ever seen on the project, and it's completely fair to feel uneasy. But at the same time, I'm more excited than I've been in months. This unlock could finally give us a chance to see real market dynamics around Pi. Price discovery, actual use cases, maybe even exchange listings. We've spent so long speculating about Pi's true value, and now that value is about to be tested in real time. If the core team has laid the right groundwork and if pioneers stay level-headed, this could be the moment everything changes. The potential is huge. The real question isn't whether Pi Network will survive this. I believe it will. The question is whether we'll come out of it stronger and more credible. This is our chance to prove that Pi isn't just another hype-driven project, but a network with staying power, real utility, and a committed community. If we get through this, we'll be battle-tested. And that matters in a crypto world that doesn't forgive weakness. And that's exactly why I need you to stick with me until the end of this video. Because what I'm about to tell you could change how you think about everything that's happening right now. If you're still with me, if you're still believing in what we're building together, do me a favor and hit that like button. I need to know that our community is still here, still fighting, and still supporting each other through this uncertainty. Your engagement tells me that we're stronger than the fear and doubt that's trying to tear us apart. Drop a comment and tell me honestly, are you holding strong or are you starting to have doubts? I want to hear from you, the real you, not just the to the moon comments. Let's have real conversations about what we're all going through. Make sure you follow my Telegram and Facebook page links in the description, because that's where I share the updates that don't make it into videos. The real-time insights, the late-night discoveries, the conversations that help us all make better decisions. And please, subscribe and hit that notification bell because the next few weeks are going to be absolutely critical. I'll be here watching every development, analyzing every move, and sharing everything with you. We're in this together and I'm not going anywhere. Look, I know it's been tough. I know some of you are questioning everything and I get it. But I still believe Pi Network has something special. The question is, will you be here when we find out what that really means? Stay strong, stay connected, and remember, sometimes the biggest breakthroughs happen right when everything feels impossible. I'll see you in the next video and we'll figure this out together.